Let me tell y'all something. If it's free, it's me, okay? Not all the free stuff or whatever, but for me, I am a budgetista. I love a good free 99. I will be on Facebook looking at events. I will be at the local pages around the city and see what's free. I love me a good time, okay? Welcome back, girlfriends. This is part 2 of the questions that need answers solo date edition. If you didn't catch part 1, make sure you go back and watch that episode. This episode, we getting into it, okay? We digging a little bit deeper. Your girl's getting a little vulnerable. And this episode is for you if you've been feeling guilty for resting, if you've been struggling, balancing your married life, or just balancing being a woman, doing all the things, or if certain emotions have come up because you have decided that you want to spend some time alone. This episode is for you. I'm Aisha Gabriella, happily married, love my solo dates, and I'm fully living the soft wife life, and I want you to do the same. So this channel is for you. Let's get into it. How did your first solo date feel? Exciting or uncomfortable? So let me see. I think, of course, in episode 1, I said I've done things by myself, but my first solo date was when I went to see the Beyonce movie in the theaters. I knew I wanted to go. I didn't want to text somebody and say, hey girl, you want to go? And then you got to worry about what time, what I got to do. Not doing that. And so with that day, it wasn't just a regular movie day. I had decided that I wanted to get dressed up. I put on a pair of jeans, a sweater, and some boots. So I thought it was hot stuff. Went to the movies by myself. It was it was a limited time for the movie to be in the theaters. And so I wanted to make sure I went. And I would say I felt a mix of excitement because I love Beyonce. Her music is great. Been listening to her since Destiny Child days. She's an excellent, phenomenal performer. So I was definitely excited to see the movie on the big screen. But I also was a bit, I wouldn't call it uncomfortable, but I guess a bit nervous because as I was getting dressed, putting on a little bit of makeup, putting on some heels to go to the movies by myself, I'm like, girl, what you doing? But overall, it was a great experience. So I would say my first official solo date was a mixture of excited and uncomfortable, but also girl, what you doing? What are we doing? But I'm glad that I did it, and that kick-started 2025 of me doing solo dates intentionally and finding things that I want to do by myself. Not that I wouldn't have mind to go with some of my girlfriends to the movies, but just trying to push myself outside of my comfort zone and not feel like I have to experience said thing with someone. I can experience things by myself. How do you balance solo time with quality time in marriage? So Christian is my husband, so I might say my man, my husband, Christian, Boo Bear, that's my man, okay? So how do I balance the two? So with us, we're very intentional about the time that we spend together. Most nights we do try to eat dinner together, whether we're sitting at the table together or we're sitting in the living room and watching our show together. And so just like we're intentional with that time, we're intentional with our date nights that we have every other week. And so I'm also intentional with my solo dates. And so we put our date nights on our shared Google Calendar, and I also put my solo dates on our shared Google Calendar. Granted, I have been doing a lot of spontaneous solo dates, and so of course, those aren't necessarily on the calendar. But in order to balance it, we've decided that our time is sacred, our time is special, our time needs to be intentional, and so we're adding that to the calendar. But I'm also being intentional with the things that I need to help me be a better wife, a better woman, a better overall person, and so I'm going to put that on the calendar as well. So I think I do a pretty good job with balancing the two. Of course, some months are more challenging than others, whether that's work stuff, personal stuff, just life be life. And but I feel like I do balance it pretty well, just making sure I'm looking at the calendar and seeing what we have going on. If we already have a date night scheduled for Thursday, I'm not going to schedule a solo date on Thursday too. That just, it's crazy. It don't make no sense. Have solo dates changed how you show up as a wife, a friend, or a sister? Absolutely, they have. Absolutely. They've allowed me to be I guess, more, I feel like I'm present with whomever I'm with, but they've allowed me to really like do a lot of inner work, because now instead of just saying like, yeah, girl, I want to do this, or yeah, girl, I'll come over and do this, if I truly don't want to do it, I'm more likely to say like, no. I struggled with saying no before because, as I said, I'm a recovering people pleaser. So me saying the word no to people that I love and care about was very difficult for me. But now that I have my solo time, like, it's a lot easier for me to put those boundaries in place and not force myself to do things that people might want to do, or to say yes because I'm fearing that, oh, if I don't say yes, then they're gonna feel X, Y, and Z about me. So they have definitely allowed me to show up a better me, because it's allowed me to be more cognizant of how I feel and pay attention to how I feel, and also like just being vulnerable with how I feel, which is something that I wasn't necessarily doing a lot. Y'all know, spending time alone helps you to think about a lot of stuff. Your mind be wandering, you've been thinking about different things. I get different ideas. I'd be like, oh man, I should have said this, or I shouldn't have said that. So yeah, I would say it's definitely helped me show up as a better wife, friend, and sister. How do you quiet the what will people think? Because this is I'm gonna be appropriate on here, but my pops would say forget them folks, but he would use another word that's not necessarily in the appropriate dictionary, so we're gonna say that. But it's definitely, solo dates have definitely helped me quiet what other people think. And I think that just goes along with the journey that I've been on with overcoming being a people pleaser. So I read this book, and I'll drop it below. I think it's called like when making others happy is making you miserable. That book, I read it last year, and when I tell y'all she read me like a book, she read me like a book, okay? She was able, like the way that she wrote it was able to help me to be more reflective on how I've been showing up for others and how I haven't been showing up for myself. And so that book really was another thing that helped me jumpstart this journey into like solo dates and doing more things to pour into myself, because I am a person who gives. Like I'm a bomb wife, I'm a bomb friend, bomb sister, I'm a bomb counselor. You're looking at a state winner, counselor of the year. Like I have a lot of hats that I wear, and I feel like I do those things well. But in terms of doing all those things well, I wasn't taking care of myself and doing that well. And so reading that book helped me to see like how much of myself I was giving to others and how much I wasn't giving to myself. And so me worried about what other people think, I don't care what other people think. Like, this is something that I'm choosing to do for me by myself, because I know that it's helping me be a better me, and that's what I strive to be each and every day. And so whatever y'all got to say, whatever the other people got to say, I don't care what y'all got to say, because unless you're in my shoes and living my life and doing the things and experiences that I have had, you have no idea how much these solo dates have helped me, how monumental they've been in helping me to be the woman that I am today. And so I don't care what y'all got to say, because unless you try it, you ain't got nothing to say to me. And if you scared to try it, or you worried about what other people think, it don't matter what they think, okay? Because at the end of the day, when we get to the crossroads, we're gonna have to answer to a lot of stuff or whatever. But you don't want to get to the end and be like, I gave all this to other people and then I didn't give anything to myself. Or when you go home every day, when you come home every week, or you look back at the month and you're seeing like, what did I do for myself? And if you don't have anything to say, like, we need to evaluate that. Okay? All right. How do you budget for solo dates without feeling guilty? Let me tell y'all something. If it's free, it's me, okay? Not all the free stuff or whatever, but for me, I am a budgetnista. I love a good free 99. I will be on Facebook looking at events. I will be at on the local pages around the city and see what's free. I love me a good free good time, okay? And so for me, budgeting for solo dates, because I'm not a person that spends a lot of money, like I don't have to spend a lot of money to do a solo date. Now, of course, if I want to do something lavish or something like that, like which I have yet to do, it's on my list. I don't know what it is I'm gonna do that's gonna be lavish, but I'm gonna do a solo date that's real lavish. So y'all let my husband know to prepare the budget for that. What's one thing you always do on solo dates that grounds you in joy? If y'all don't know me, you gonna know me, okay? One thing that I'm gonna do every single time that I go on a solo date is dump a good playlist, all right? 9 times out of 10 when I'm going on a solo date, especially if it's outside of the house, I have to drive there to get there by myself. And I love me some music. I'm very eclectic in my music style. I can be 99 2000 to Celine Dion, to Kirk Franklin, to Burna Boy, to Shabuzi, okay? So one thing that I'm always going to do is put my volume all the way up to 45. That's the highest that it goes in my car. Open up that sunroof where it go all the way back. It's cold outside, so we're not gonna open it. We just gonna let the good Lord light shine inside the car. But I'm gonna thump me the music, all right? I don't have to worry about nobody telling me that the music is too loud. I don't have to worry about someone telling me that I'm playing the song over and over again, that I'm singing off key. I'm going to have me a good time with my music when I'm on the way to my solo dates. And when I'm in the house in my girl pad, which I'm in here now, I'm gonna put on the music in my girl pad and I'm gonna thump that too, all right? Husband, close your door. If you hear it thumping through the roof, the ceiling, don't worry about it. Mind your business. Don't come up in here. This is my solo date time. So that's the one thing that I always do, is have on me a good playlist when I'm on my solo date, because I know whatever I'm listening to, whether I'm feeling like knucking and bucking because I'm ready to fight, or I'm in my soft girl era and I'm calm and I'm chill, I know that my music is going to bring me so much joy. What's one thing people get wrong about solo dates? Just because you on a solo date don't mean that you lonely, okay? Because me, I'm happily married, okay? My man, all right? Just because people are on a solo date, or just because you want to go on a solo date, like that does not mean that you're lonely. And so I think that's the one thing that people get wrong about solo dates, all right? And also, like, when people see me on a solo date and I'm married, happily married, they assume like, oh, they must be having problems in their relationship. No, we not, boo. We not. We blessed, highly favored. We happy. We good over here, okay? He has his solo time. I have my solo time. Mind your business, all right? Mind the business that pays you. That's what I say, okay? Do you ever talk to strangers on solo dates? Yeah. I don't go around being a mute when I'm going to these places for my solo dates. Like if I'm going to a candle experience, like I'm not going to not talk to the lady that's guiding me through how to make a candle. Like, of course I'm going to talk to people. And it really just depends on what mood I'm in. So sometimes I'll go on a solo date because it's been a long week, or it's been a long day, or something has triggered me and I just need to be by myself, whether that's at home or obviously if I'm at home, I'm going to talk to my husband. But if I'm out and about, it might be that I just want to be by myself and I might not be in the mood to talk to someone. But it might be that I'm out to have a good time and I might see somebody else that's on there that I think that they're by themselves. And so if I feel the energy, if I'm feeling the vibe, like, yeah, I might have a short conversation with them. But I'm not like anti-talking to strangers or anti-talking to people when I'm on my solo date. It really just depends on what's the vibe of the place that I'm in, and then also like what mood I'm in for that particular solo date. What's a solo date ick that you didn't expect? I haven't really thought about that question. I have been so focused on just being in my own world that I try not to think about icks. But I will say an ick that I have, and I haven't experienced too many times, but an ick that I have is men that feel the need to come up and talk to me because I am by myself. Like, don't get it twisted, boo. I'm by myself, but I'm not lonely. I'm by myself, but I got this big old rock on my finger, so you can back it on up. All right, back it on up. And then if you're gonna come and talk to me or talk to somebody, make sure your game is together. Like, don't be coming with these weak lines like, I forget, I was somewhere some months ago and this dude said the wackest line, and I immediately called Christian like, this what y'all dudes be saying, because it was not a good pickup line. So I hope that he just used that on me as a tester and he don't use that on the next woman, because it was whack. And if I could remember what it was, I would tell y'all, but I can't. But yeah, that would be an ick, like men feeling the need to like, oh, you by yourself. Yes, now get out my face so I can continue to be by myself, because when I leave here, I'm gonna be going home to my man, okay? Mind your business, all right? That's it for part 2 of the questions that need answers, solo date editions. If you are loving this series, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Make sure to comment below the favorite parts. And if this has encouraged you, which I hope it has encouraged you or inspired you to get outside of your comfort zone, to take some intentional time by yourself to do a solo date, I would so love that you let me know that down below. And if you're struggling on like, Maisha, what am I supposed to do by myself? Like, that just feels so weird. Like, I don't know what to do. I have a free guide that you can download. Y'all know I love free 99. This is free 99 for y'all. It's called the Self-Love Itinerary, 50 solo dates that you actually want to do. All you gotta do is click the link below, grab your copy. There are 50 dates, solo dates, from at home to out and about, from free 99 to spending a couple dollars. Grab that and be sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you turn on the notification, and I'll see you in part 3.